Shalom. Shalom. Before I start, I want to give honors and glories and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Yahweh Kakodash, Yahweh, which is the one true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his one true name is Yahweh Shai. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, because those are the men who I learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. And shalom to you, sincere brothers scattered abroad, pushing forth this word in truth and sincerity. I am your brother Mashiach Razakah from the servants of Yahweh Yahweh Shai Camp, Las Vegas, Nevada. And pretty much this is going to be a Hebrews 101 lesson, Isaiah 28:9 through 10. All right, this is one of the most important scriptures that you need to learn. That you need to understand in its truth. All right, and you know Jake believed that they can just read the whole entire Bible and they'll understand the scriptures. But it doesn't work like that. All right. You can read the Bible, but you can't read it like a novel. You won't receive the understanding that way. All right. So, Lord willing, this lesson's edifying. This is Isaiah 28:9. It says, "Whom shall he teach? Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Then that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast." All right. Now, what is being the weaned from the milk? That's the basics of the scriptures. The basics of the scriptures. All right. Understanding the basics of the scriptures. All right. Because when you come into this truth, you got to understand the basics of the scriptures. Deuteronomy 28. All right. What the Messiah truly looks like according to the scriptures. Who he died for. Who's Esau, Edom. All right. The breakdown of the MOTB. Daniel chapter 7. You know, uh, Isaiah 19 and 17. You got to understand the basics of the scriptures, the name of the Heavenly Father first and foremost, getting the breakdown to understand the name of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. Understanding the Lashawan Kodash, the Paleo Hebrew. These are the basics of the understanding of the scriptures. All right. Verse 10, "For precept must be upon precept, and precept upon precept, line upon line upon line, here a little and there a little," right? So you got to go precept upon precept to get an understanding of a particular breakdown. You can't just, read, a whole entire Bible or read a whole 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chapters. And, you're not understanding, you can't understand the Bible that way. All right. You got to be able to go, you got to go precept upon precept to break the scriptures down. All right. Because the scriptures is imperables, you know. And what I mean is, what I'm saying is that, let's say, for example, you're trying to break down Revelations 18. How are you going to be able to break that down? You got to watch a lesson, and you got to go precept upon precept, and you got to understand the scriptures, all right? You got to learn the proper breakdowns, all right? And you're not going to learn that all in one day. That's going to take time, all right? That's what I'm saying. It's going to take time. You can't just read a chapter and then all of a sudden you understand exactly what is being said and what is this pertaining to. All right, you gotta go into the Hebrew. You gotta go into the Greek. You gotta break words down. You gotta break words down. You gotta break precepts down. And the only way to break precepts down is understanding the basics. All right, Isaiah 28:9. It says, "Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he teach doctrine?" It says, "Them that are weaned from the milk." So understanding the basics of the scriptures. That's what that weaned from the milk is, and weaned from the breast. Right? You got to get weaned off the milk, weaned off the breast. You got to get the understanding of the scriptures, all right? The basics, all right? For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line upon line, here a little and there a little. So you got to get an understanding of the basics of the scriptures, all right? And one way to do that is to study to show thyself approved, as the scriptures say, all right? See if I can get that. See. All right, here it is. 2 Timothy 2:15. It says, "Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh Bashimashai, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth." And there you go. You got to study to show yourself approved. That's how you're gonna, to get the understanding of the basics of the scriptures. Taking notes of the lessons of the elders. And constantly rehearsing and going over that breakdown over and over and over and over and over again. That's how you're gonna build up in the truth. That's how you're gonna have, the understanding of the basics of the scriptures. Being weaned off the milk, studying to show thyself approved. All right. So again, you can read the Bible, but you gotta go precept upon precept. All right. You can read 4 or 5 chapters, which is absolutely, good. One thing the scripture the elders and brothers say is to read. I believe they say read 12 chapters a day. But you gotta, to break certain things down, you gotta go precept upon precept, man, to get proper breakdowns. You know, and study to show yourself approved. It all starts with that. So, hey, man, I just wanted to do a lesson on this. All right, Lord willing, the lesson was edifying. I want to give honors and glories and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Yahweh Chakodash, Yahweh, which is one true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his one true name is Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, because those are the men who we learned this truth from, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect, and shalom to you, sincere brothers. Scattered abroad, pushing forth this word in truth and sincerity. I'm your brother, Mashiach Razakah, from the servants of Yahweh Yahweh Shai Camp, Las Vegas, Nevada. And Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Till the next time I say, shalom.